fours. And yeah, what's your take on it?
Yeah, look, I think from what we saw from FURIA on Dusty, I mean, we didn't get to see many T rounds, but what we saw looked very controlled, very, very solid. And the CT rounds also just marked by that aggression. I think coming into Nuke, they've got 100% win rate on it at the moment. Granted, that's just based off the sort of 2022 stats, so it's only 4 maps, so I wouldn't read too into it. But that's still a pretty formidable number.
It sounds quite good when you put it like that.
Yeah, when you say 100%, even if it is just 1 or 2, it sounds impressive. We'll be looking to continue that 100% win rate here. Looks like it's going to be a ramp where the initial pick comes through. Anna actually getting a really nice headshot onto Olga. V gets dinged elsewhere. The ramp has been given up, so the bomb site has been taken in Lois. Mari's going to push forward aggressively too, so the CT is forced into the retake. There's a kit here on Anna as well.
Yeah, something to play with, and more importantly, time. But already, look at the crossfires that have been established for FURIA. Car, she's just playing just at the entrance of this double door, but Mari, because of the Molotov, they're just going to swing straight into her already. It's a 4 versus 4. The playing field, it has evened up. And Car, she's going to just burst out. But all of a sudden, Lucy, blink and you miss it. All of the kills just fall the way of the CTs. And QSE start off the map as they mean to go on. They need to take this map in the series. And that's an incredible way to start it.
That's the win condition, right? Got to get the pistol convert, get the CT economy rolling, get the AWP out on Babs, and there's a chance we can talk about a third map. QSE already off to a good start. That retake looks super solid. I mean, you pointed out Furious crossfires. It seems set up perfectly. There was 2 players that were dinked low before the retake could even really come in, and yet still, just the shots came in too clean, too accurate from QSE. FURIA now, they're forced into, quite literally a force. You can see Mac-10s and some Tech 9s out. Deagle on car. Olga's sitting here in the smoke. She's going to get flashed. She gets stuck on Lee. Oh. Does eventually find her. Anna up on the rafters here. She's blinded too. That flash paying dividends as 2 players go down. It's going to give them the bomb plant here. The CTs now have to make the call if they go for this. They do have a kit in play, but all 3 players are in heaven. Izza holding this angle. CT is looking like maybe they're just going to pass out on it. Yeah, they're just going to back out, keep these guns and live to fight another day.
It's completely the correct call as well. FURIA just invest these SMGs and they go for a top floor hit. The pace change, they're just simply not ready for it, QSE. And I just want to highlight the flashbangs. It's not 1, but it's 2, and it does the damage. Anna completely blinded off the line in the M4s. They're going to need to try and stay alive here. Catty, she's just going to tuck in. And Insane will retain the FAMAS. So it's not too bad overall for QSE in terms of the investment going into this one. It's going to be a little bit difficult. They're going to have to force into it 100%. They're going to have to just keep the pressure on FURIA. But the aggression that just came out of that floor hit was just enough just to completely just disrupt the defense.
And the decision to go hunting there at the end really pays off, right? Because now it's only the 2 rifles in this round. You see 2 MP9s and a 5.7 on Babs. So relegated to the sidearm already in this series. And Izza, with those outside smokes, is going to get deep into B. Lee is going to be rotating. You can see there's a couple more players, including the bomb, making their way down here. Rotate also coming over. So the CT is perhaps going to be ready for this. See what the T's up to do here is Anna's going to be the first contact here towards fence.
Yes, a lot of them rotated down here, Lucy. 4 QSE players already down over towards B. And FURIA, they're just going to hold the line. And whilst Anna does get an MP9 kill, it's immediately traded. And that's going to be the trigger for FURIA to go immediately. Just bursting on with pace. But the numbers, we alluded to it earlier. But Insane, she's doing all the damage with the FAMAS. It's only up to Mari and Gabby. And make that just Gabby over towards this vent position. 1 versus 4. It's going to have to be a miracle for her to clutch this.
Yeah, I think slow dropping down. She does actually land in front of Babs and finds her. She only had that 5.7, so not a lot to work with there against the M4. The spam, it's the right idea, but it's a little too high. Doesn't find anything for its troubles. 27 seconds left, though. 3 players to find. Just almost tickling the feet there of one of the CTs. Both of them above her on the railing, but they're all just tucking in. They don't want to give her the fight. And Caddy is going to find the kill. So a great force buy there from the CT. It's just the 2 rifles and a couple of MP9s, and they managed to bring 3 rifles now into this round.
And the force wars, they might just continue here for FURIA. Once again, you can see it already investing in. Neither one of these teams wants to give up the chase just yet. And for QSE, the rotations all the way down to that B bomb site just paid incredibly successful for them. Anna just trying to get some more aggression. And Izza, look at the pace change FURIA are throwing in once again. We saw it before. The slow approaches weren't really working out, but it was the success over towards top site with the pace. And Insane, she has rotated in. I don't think she's actually spotted the player just yet over towards control. But the pressure, it's definitely on her shoulders as she needs to hold strong.
Yeah, they're definitely aware of her, so she drops the smoke now to at least eliminate one of those angles. But the Tech-9 comes out ahead. That angle is super awkward to be trading. The spam through the smoke from Babs. It's going to get a response, but with Anna going down at the start of the round as well, through the smoke, it's now a 3-on-4 retake. There are kits in play. No smokes, but a few flashbangs. But all these CTs are towards ramp. They are going to be flashing into it. Does look like they are interested in taking a look here. So they're going to be poking in. The first player going down. Babs find one. Lee trades out as well. Karsh is tucked in here into dark. Finds one. Is traded out as well. So now it's just Gabby left alone in the 1v2. It is planted for her at double. If she swings out, there's a chance she could find this bomb. It's not being stuck. And though it does look like Gabby goes down, it looks like there's not enough time. She's
got a kit.
Oh.
She's got it. She's got it.
She's got it. It looked a bit dicey there. She was one of the players without the kit, but thankfully, her companion dropped one right next to the bomb.
Yeah, I'm just really glad that she actually just got off the bomb. In those chaotic moments, you can hear the bomb ticking down. It's quite easy just to kind of omit just small pieces of information like that. But thankfully, she does pick it up, and the defuse comes in, and QSE started off the CT side very dominant here on Nuke. 3 rounds to the good already. Looking a lot stronger than they did on Dust 2. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen here. Lucy Lee, she's aggressing over towards Squeaky. The door completely blown off its hinges. But instead for FURIA, just working with these Deagles, the force buys falling in favor of the CTs. That's an incredibly chunky grenade to start off the round.
Yeah, Katie's actually going to take a bit more for a double dink from outside from Izza actually takes her down, but it's going to be inside where the trade kills come out. Babs also finding one towards outside, the long range, favoring the M4 here. It is just the eco here from FURIA, so we can see it's just upgraded pistols, no armor at all. So the Deagles, they really have to find some heads here, and they've got a lot of heads to find, particularly with Babs picking out Mary from the air straight onto her head. So a very clean shot from her, and chiming in for a 4th. So great round from Babs.
Yeah, and it's just so important as well for the economy of QSE, where they've been back and forth a little bit, just investing here, there, and everywhere. And whilst the early stages of the game has been quite close, I mean, it's really important to keep all those players alive. Pause will now come in, and I tell you what, Lucy, QSE, they're putting on a real show for us here. They're doing everything in their power to really start off the map strong.
Yeah, they're already sort of on par with their Dust 2 performance, and we're only 5 rounds in. So, you know, it's a good sign of life from this roster. FURIA now, they have got the full buyout. Still haven't seen a single AWP on either team. I guess a symptom of that force buy war that went on. So it's just going to be the contention of the rifles here. See if FURIA up to maybe a bit more of a strategic play. Maybe see the smokes going down outside. Maybe take some control out there. It's Katie pushing out the red box here. Just holding it at the moment.
Oh, she's got to be a little bit careful not to just overstep the mark. And Izza, she'll just pick up the form of what she left on Dust 2. But there is another player here just lurking on top of the red boxes. Anna, women advantage. It's actually going to be an even kill, 4 versus 4. But Anna once more just swinging in towards main. A bomb site. It's the avenue of attack for FURIA. Completely overrunning the bomb site in the interim. But once again, QSE, they're grouping up. This Molotov is going to deny the bomb plant. It means the rotations could come in from heaven. And Anna, she's doing everything she can to just keep her team in this.
What a great Molotov. Denies the plant and then almost gets married down. She tries to reposition and then gets hit by it as well. We're going to see the retake smoke coming in from heaven. They're going to be coming quick and fast. But Mary, she's posted up on the angle. Olga finding one as well. Before you know it, it's Babs left alone. She finds one, but oh god, that got a bit scary, that jump. Manages to straight back with just 13 HP. And gosh, look at the health. Olga on 1 HP, Mary on 28. Just kills it. Almost came in. But they didn't. And so FURIA going to fight back here, keeping 3 rifles alive too. So their money in the next round going to be good. And QSC probably got to buy there with the money they have.
Let's have a look at it. I do believe so. I mean, Babs can drop a rifle over towards Anna. Or maybe even Catty. So it's going to be interesting what they decide to do. It looks like MP9s and M4s will be dropped over, so we will see the investment. FURIA, once again, we saw it similarly on Dust 2. Early presence outside being taken over towards Nuke. Just 2 players, so it's just more of a distraction call once again. And then the A-bomb site completely exploded upon. And the difference maker, when you compare the 2 teams, is how effective the crossfires are already being established so early on. When FURIA get the bomb down, protocol's already in place for Anna. She's going lurking in towards lobby, but Gabby, she's so aware of it. This MP9, it doesn't find any success, and FURIA looking to bounce back into round number 7.
Oh, it was so close too. She gets Gabby down to 14, but the MP9, it's just not quite enough for that engagement. We're going to see now the T's looking towards ramp here. The bomb in the lead on Olga here, so they're definitely committed to this. Sitting in the smoke, hoping to phase it. Insane. She's going to be the one tested here. Olga's going to walk wide and actually gets exposed to her back. And then Insane flicks over for the second. Almost could have got the third there. Izza on the lurk finds one as well. So we're in the 3-on-2, but Babs going to chime in from Secret, finding another. And now Lee has responded on ramp as well. Gabby, the timing on the grenade pull out. There was a chance there for Gabby to find that kill. She's just got 14 HP. The bomb, it's dropped where Olga had it. So she has to take this fight. 1 bullet left in the chamber. It's got to be a headshot, so she swaps to the Glock, and Lee has a bit of a read on it, stands through the smoke. And QSC, they fight back again. This game is so back and forth, Brandon.
That's so important as well, because where the bomb was dropped off the back of Olga's, it looked like it might have just fallen down. So after getting the kill over towards ramp, both of these FURIA players just dived down the ramp and was like, okay, let's just get the bomb down over towards B. But instead, it just perched right on the edge of the drop. And unfortunately for FURIA, they weren't able to retrieve it. But you're right, this game, it's so up in the air. The money, it's all over the place, really on a knife's edge. And FURIA aggressing outside, trying to do what they can with the Deagles. Will only take 1 lovely bullet to the head, and here we go. Not even needed. The Glock even comes in as well, completely overrunning QSE. FURIA finding success when it matters most, and QSE just can't string a couple of rounds together. Insane. It's just onto this 1 versus 4. Coming in from the hut position. She's going to have to go absolutely nuclear.
Just Pistols managed to find all those kills. It's just that moving as a pack, able to get the dinks off, the body shots, they all just chime in. And before you know it, it's just Insane left alone. These rifles, they just weren't able to hold up against that aggression. And this was something we saw so much on Dust 2 from FURIA on the CT side, right? They were so keen to be taking these fights, to be looking and pushing in ways that can catch people off guard. And we see it now. They throw the outside smokes and then they just push through them. They overwhelm the player outside, I guess, aware that there's only the 1 player there. The rotate comes in and they find her as well. So a bit of a cheeky round there from FURIA to get that third.
You could have set it up better as well. It's just this pack mentality and just being a little bit unpredictable. You're just working with the pistols, so you got a little bit less of a liability, so you can afford to take a little bit more of a risk, and it just pays off. And there's just simply too many targets as they come around the corner over towards main, and that's just where they overrun. QSE quite rightly just calling a pause after that one, wondering where it all went wrong. Really looking to bounce back on this CT side, and you can't be affording to lose into pistols, just given obviously the gravity of that situation, because there's a lot more impact than you might first think. Because yes, losing to pistols, it's bad enough, but considering how close these rounds have been, that's going to be a serious detriment to the longevity. I can't talk apparently, Lucy. Just
too excited about this matchup and how competitive this has been.
For the longer term income for QSE, right? It's going to be such a detriment.
And the lost bonus hasn't really had a chance to build up either, just because of how back and forth this has been. So we'll see the player cams here. It's having a chat to each other. They are in the studio together, FURIA are. And yeah, I guess QSC have a decision to make here, right? Do they opt to again go for another one of these forces? You can see the money that they've basically got none across any of the players. It's all sub 2K basically. So even if they save this round, their money is not going to be in a good place for the next. So they might opt to get these pistols out. I mean, we're seeing what pistols can do. So,
True.
you know, I don't doubt that it could pull something off. And oh, look, we've got a cat in the background.
Oh, that's good. Like all the support is here for the CS, and we even got feline friends in good company. And I think you're right. I think the decision here is you're on such a bad buy anyway, and I feel like QSC should force into this, especially with the saved M4. Get the pistols in play, set the rifle up for success, and just see if you can bounce back against this aggression that FURIA are just throwing at you.
Brandon, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
You a cat or a dog person?
Oh. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a dog person. And I don't know what might give that away. Maybe it's my name. But, because I'm B-Dog.
You're not B-Cat. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? B-Cat.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's B-Cat. No.
No, it doesn't flow quite as well.
But no, what about you?
You know what? I don't want to upset anyone. I feel like I have to take the other side. That way, one of us sort of takes the flak and the other doesn't. So
yeah,
I'm gonna say cat.
That's fine.
Got a neighborhood cat that visits me, which I don't know the name of, but it's quite lovely. In the chat, drop if you're a cat or a dog person. I'm not monitoring it, but you can see for yourselves where that split lies amongst CS fans. Not sure where the community would sit on the fence on that. I suspect maybe towards dogs.
Potentially. I mean, also whilst you're there in the chat, I mean, given on what you've seen so far, drop a hashtag FURIA or a hashtag, what is it, Quem? Is that what we're doing in the chat? But yeah, just figure out like who's going to win here. We want to see the engagement. We want to see who you guys think is going to take this as the pause. It just does come in now. And hopefully we can get right back in the action as soon as possible. And I didn't expect this much chaos within 8 rounds of play.
Yeah, I think particularly going off the last game, which looks so structured from FURIA, right? Like it was, they were so disciplined in their retakes. Even when they had the aggression, it was very well coordinated with flashes and things like that. It seemed very meticulous. Whereas I think this maybe feels a little bit more chaotic, as you're saying, like some of these pushes through smokes and just the aggression with the pistols, the round prior, all very chaotic. See if that continues. We are going to be getting back into it. Shout out to all the cat lovers in the chat. FURIA, kind of like a big cat, right? It's got the cat logo.
Yeah.
It's Tiger. Tigers are cats. FURIA, most likely cat people.
Yeah, I mean, you'd imagine so. And I said we were right that they did force into this one. QSC. I like this. This is a deep ramp grenade. It might actually find a lot of impact here. Yeah, really good damage already onto Gabby. Nearly half her HP already removed, and insane. Crazy with the lineups, but Mari, she's just finding the impact left, right, and center. It doesn't matter where you put her on this map. And with QSC just having a lot of space, they've actually just given FURIA a lot of room to work with, and Issa has got to be careful here because Catty, she's got her claws out. She's eliminated one of the threats of the P250. Can actually pick up this AK, but now it's insane to be tested.
Yeah, and she's the one that you want tested. She's got the full HP, basically, and the rifle. So if there's anyone you wanted to be taking this engagement, she is the right person. She's posted up here on ramp. She gets the info, spots the gun barrel, gets a bit of a tag off, doesn't quite find it. They're all swinging out. It does find the one. They're going to back off. Katie also finding another kill. So it's now a player advantage towards QSE. Katie, she's in the right position to catch this off. Falling back towards Vent, playing it safe. They might not be aware of this position. Babs gets smoked off. That bomb, if she swings out, is it on the other side? It is. So, gonna get traded out eventually. Now, Insane and Babs, everything to do. There is a kit still in play on Insane. Both these players on the bomb site still. A flashbang being dropped to Babs to set up her teammate. It's going to come through, forcing Mary to swing away. Insane. She gets the trade, the distraction to Babs falling, but she's too quick, finds the kill, and FURIA get a fourth, but, you know, off the back of a very, I guess, hodgepodge buy there from QSE, they almost make it work.
Yeah, it was actually a very interesting approach from FURIA. Again, you once again see it. Izza's taken so much control outside, and then by her getting the kill in towards A main, she's trying to just disrupt. And then FURIA, what they're hoping is that the gap is exploited over towards ramp, but instead, kills fall the way of Insane. The rotations, they don't come in for QSE, instead they stay anchored. And with these pistols, they're just going to try and overwhelm Mary. Really good spray down, but lobby control, it firmly belongs to QSE in this interim. But FURIA, they're not going to be too worried about that, Lucy, because Secret is completely theirs.
Yeah, they're just going to stroll down here with their rifles. They're actually going to sit in the vents, ready to catch these rotates. They're not giving QSE any chances back into this. Even with that rifle recovered, there's no armor behind it, no kit in play. These pistol players probably give it a bit of a look in. Maybe see if they can take down a rifle or get one into their own hands. Now it's going to be FURIA tying up the game 5-5. And, you know, QSE, they're off to a pretty good start there. It looked like maybe they're coming into this map a little bit more confident off the back of Dust 2 not going their way. They've got to be careful now that FURIA don't run away with this one as well in the same manner.
Yes, incredibly important, right? And FURIA have got the momentum back in their favor after stringing consecutive rounds on the board, and thankfully QSE's economy is a little bit more stable. The buy can come out, and finally we will see this AWP. It's going to be placed in Insane's hands, and she's currently the ramp player, so it's going to be interesting to see where this AWP actually positions itself. Just looking on the map, and yeah, it will be heading towards this ramp position, so it's actually a lot of setup here, and she's not going to actually take the aggressive line. Instead, she's just going to hold for any sort of presence that FURIA wants to throw at her. If you look at the other side of the map, she does get that kill. FURIA, they are posturing already towards outside, looking to take that control straight back from QSE.
Babs, she's in the right position to counter this. She has the read. They're not coming secret, so they're going to be aware that they're pushing through. And Anna, she's going to be ready to take them, but actually gets traded out from CT vent. Lee, deep up here on ramp is in the right position if they commit, but Caddy finds another, and now the T's, they're kind of stuck here in towards the single door. Olga, aware a player might push her, gets the contact, but isn't able to find the kill. Not aware of this player up in the rafters. That's the bomb drop. Gabby does find the trade, though. Still a 1v3 to commit. She's got a bit of utility, and she's aware of one player now. That smoke's been dropped. Caddy, is she going to swing on this? She does. The bomb plant, it's committed, and Gabby goes down. So QSE fighting back immediately. They keep the AWP and 2 rifles, so their money can continue. Although FURIA still with plenty of money in the bank, and we're finally getting to see the T-side AWP coming out as well for Car.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle now between the snipers, and I really like the idea from FURIA. It's putting down the smokes and then running through them towards A main, but the defense, it was just too strong, and with Lee just not revealing herself for such a long period of time, it just makes her presence completely unknown. FURIA now, once again, trying to change the pace, trying to just head towards this outside position. And Catty, she might spot all of these players, but look at how much room FURIA have been allowed outside.
Just walking in and clearing a secret with the AWP. You'd love to see it, the confidence. Caddy playing really defensive here in heaven. She's going to get first contact, but she's not going to be aware of Olga so close. She does sit back to hold the angle, and in fact, Olga's just going to walk straight into her. I think maybe hearing that footstep as it came in. And then Caddy chiming in again to find Gabby and Hut. So huge impact here from her so far in the round. Outside control is given up towards FURIA, but The numbers advantage towards the CTs, and they've got players in all the right places. It's like Heaven going to be where it comes from. Mari takes a dink for her troubles, but does find Anna. So now Caddy, it's all on her at CT vents here. Her teammates towards ramp, and the player dropping. She does find the kill. Isa trades her out. So now it's a 2-on-3. The bomb site has been taken by FURIA, though, so they're going to be in a position where they can get this plant down.
Yeah, this retake's going to come in from 2 different avenues. Over towards Hut and Main. Car, she's scoped, and she's actually just isolated here, so actually going to get spammed through the vent. That's a lot of information being converted, but she does convert the kill over towards Babs. Isa chimes in as well, and she actually just holds the spray, converting over towards Hut and FURIA. Once again, it feels like an impossible scenario, but they pick up the round and tie up the game.
There's a 3v5 disadvantage at this one stage there, but they just take the A site. There's no room for any of the trades to come through on any of those kills, and the post plant paid perfectly. Car tucked in the CT vent. She's getting spammed out, but doesn't lose her composure. Swings out and finds the kill, and then is sitting on the site, able to find 2 as well. So a great post plant from FURIA. Going to be once again tying up this series. It's been so back and forth. Seeing the pause come out here from FURIA. The tactical timeout. You can see QSC, their money once again reset.
So unfortunate for QSC because, again, so many rounds on the board, but it was really early on. And then the issue you have is it just being suffocated by this FURIA assault left, right, and center. Literally in that last round, they had all the correct ideas. They knew exactly where FURIA were coming from, and it's just so unfortunate to lose a round in that manner. Instead, changing their sights towards this outside position, dropping grenades, but nobody's home. Instead, Issa, she's just holding so far back, and for FURIA, something would need to go catastrophically wrong for them to lose this.
Yeah, I think when you see 5 grenades coming through, you think, you know, maybe I'll just sit back and see what happens. So the grenades not finding any purchase, and now it's just Anna left alone. So FURIA, for the first time in this series, are going to be in the lead, taking their 7. Looking poised to get off to a good start here, potentially the half. Still a couple of rounds to go. This was their map pick, so it's good to see a few more rounds coming their way. They looked a little bit more like, I guess, like they hadn't brought across the momentum from Dust too early on, but it seems like now they're getting into speed. We can see the strength of some of their individuals getting a chance to shine.
Yeah, 7 rounds on the T side on Nuke. It's a really healthy haul, and FURIA, they got to be happy with that already. Guns once again are out for QSC. And secret control already being gathered so early by FURIA. This is so reminiscent of the organization taking a lot of control. Babs, she's going to be here just in time. Will actually spot out the Molotov. Just decides not to take the engagement, but instead will just relay the information to her team. But it all might be a little bit of a ruse because it's just Issa on her own, and the rest of the FURIA assault are just waiting to see what she can find.
Yeah, Car going to be looking outside here to see if there's anyone going to be looking for info. The CT is happy to play this passive at the moment. They don't have the money to work with. They've got this 3-player lean towards the A side. The T's kind of having a little look around. That bomb now, though, it is moving towards Heaven. So they might be going for one of these A wraps, and the CTs are actually going to be in a pretty good position to counter this. Although Gabby is in a good lurk position here as well. So I think it's just going to come down to the duels. You can see the info play actually coming out towards lobby, but it's going to be up and through Heaven where Olga goes down initially. Gabby finds the trade. Anna, she's in a great position here to catch anyone that walks through Heaven. They've slowed it down, and that AWP, it's going to take the peak. Doesn't find the kill. Both players coming out of that with their health, well, their lives still intact. And Mari going to be dropping down with the bomb, delivering it to Insane. Babs fighting another as well, and it's just Gabby and Car left alone. They're going to have to save. There's no time.
Yeah, HP just doesn't favor them either. And QSC, what they do in that round is they just sit back. You saw it in the really early stages over towards Secret. There was an opportunity where Babs could have taken the gunfight, but instead she just relinquished the control. And by not giving them any opportunities to capitalize upon it, FURIA were just kind of left a little bit stuck, saying, "Oh, well, we've got all this map control, but what actually are we going to do with it?" Instead, opting to elect in towards Heaven. The crossfire was already established by QSE off the back of taking the lobby control. And it was really well played from them. Heading into the last round of the half, both of these teams will be buying up. And QSE, they got an opportunity here to potentially win the half.
No AWP either. Their money has been kept in check by these constant back and forths. A couple of AKs though. Spams coming through at the smoke, but not finding any purchase. So they're not aware of how many players have snuck down here, but guess what, Brandon? It's quite a few. Just the AWP sitting out towards outside, holding that rotate, and then we've got Gabby in towards ramp as well. So FURIA holding all of the angles, not letting QSE get any info at the moment. You can see the CTs, that none of them are down towards B. It's going to be a completely open bomb site. And they might just get this, might end up being a 5v5 retake. We'll see. Gabby is in the right position here in saying, going to be peeking through, looking for info, and does find her. So that's the numbers advantage now for QSE. One plant going down as well.
Yeah, look at this. All of the rotations just coming in towards ramp. It's going to be a really heavy defensive lean to this position. Control completely smoked off. Molotovs are landing in all the right places. FURIA just need to tuck tail here, and they just need to buy time. It's all the pressure on these QSE players to try and defuse the bomb, but instead, in a matter of moments, it's a 2 versus 2. Izza and Carr for FURIA just trying to hold the line, but there's some smoke completely obscuring vision. The bomb is trying to be stuck, eventually eliminated, and Izza, she'll pick up the pieces, and FURIA, in the most chaotic fashion, will take A and will win out the half.
And we'll be back shortly. We have to throw to a break, but we'll be back for the second half of Nuke shortly.
I thought that I was in the dark, so lost, trouble. I thought that I might fall apart. And even though I'm just a fool, I'm so blue, yeah. I know that I can make it through. I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You stand up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah, yeah. Standing up for something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. die. They take me for a fool. I'm taking.
And welcome back, everybody. We're here in the second half of the second map of FURIA, taking on QSE. We're here on Nuke, which is FURIA's map pick. And Brandon, a pretty good T side, finding 8 rounds for FURIA.
Yeah, 100%. Completely right. 8 rounds on your T side. It's exactly what you want. I mean, if we just talk about Nuke in general, just as a side for a moment, I mean, we're in the most constant iteration of the map we've seen for quite a while. Obviously, there's been a lot of change to it over the years. And now, finally, I feel like it's in a really good spot. And it is typically CT-sided, but during the meta, just over the last couple of months, you tend to see teams getting 5 or 6 rounds on the T side. It's normally a good haul. So for FURIA to just amount 8 already, just bearing in mind this is their map pick, as you've just said, and heading on to this favorable CT side now, they look to be in pole position to maybe take the series 2-0. But for QSE, they've shown really good resilience, and they did get off to a really good start early. So if they can maybe do that again on their T side and then just push through with the momentum, we could maybe be seeing a third.
Yeah, right. If they can find that pistol and the conversion, that's quite a good start to the T side. And, there was, we saw, I guess the big thing is, when we saw in Dust 2, FURIA 12 rounds on the CT side, doesn't really put QSE in a great position here going up again against that CT side. Is there anything you think that maybe they have to do a little bit differently than what they did on Dust 2?
I think it just comes down to, once the bomb's been planted, just making sure that they're in tradable positions and just making sure that they are just grouping in numbers. FURIA have got a lot of potential to overwhelm. We've already seen that on Dust 2. So yeah, a different approach is needed. Heading towards ramp now, our QSE about to be met by quite a lot of FURIA players, because if you look at the map, they're already rotating all the way down towards this B bomb site. The avenue approach has completely changed. Gabby will find the first contact over towards this hell position, and she's just elected just to stay alive. And FURIA, look at how dynamic the rotations are being, Lucy. Just trying to suffocate QSE right into this one area of the map.
Yeah, a moment ago there was 3 players on B, now there's 3 outside, and there's still ones on B though. Izzo is here. Olga and Insane getting trades back and forth. Izzo does take the dink. Player advantage is towards FURIA at the moment. The health not looking too great. In fact, Lee is able to find that low HP player. So now the numbers and the health does favor QSE. There is a kit and a smoke up on Gabby. Olga, sorry. Gabby does find the first kill though. Insane, she's in a good position here. She swings out and finds one. Able to swing down and find the second as well. She knows where Olga is. She's got everyone to find. Finds the first. Nice little headshot there. She's going to almost drop her flash instead of the smoke there, but it's going to bait out Lee. Now there's no time left. She has to commit this bomb. Seafood, she sticks on it, and Lee, she's trying for it. I don't know if there's enough time. There is. With the kit. It's going to just make it. Poor Olga. 1v2 there at the end. No armor. Manages to find it.
Yeah, really well played. In the second shot as well, up towards the rafters position. Clean and crispy, and she had a little bit of time to play with because of that kit, so it allowed her to re-swing out to control room, convert the kill, and ultimately pick up the round for FURIA. And it was just based off the back of how just dynamic they were being and how fast they were rotating. QSE, they couldn't possibly have predicted it. There's going to be a change of pace here, Lucy. Barreling through the hut now with QSE. All of these FURIA players are so blind. They're going straight into the meat grinder. MP9 just farming up the cash. And FURIA immediately just getting double digits.
Yeah, I feel like that round was over before you even had a chance to finish a sentence.
True.
Just running into the A side there and getting murrayed down by the MP9 and M4. So FURIA, they find the pistol off the back of some individual heroics from Olga, who has actually been a little bit quiet here on Nuke. She was one of the frag leaders on Dust 2. Hasn't needed to chime in yet, but it's good to see her activating here on the CT side. And now with the conversion coming through to FURIA, it is going to be now a full buy coming out on QSE. Oh, and I love this positioning from Izza there. I think she's on top of the roof. It's very cheeky.
Yeah, she's really holding the line. There's actually a 3-woman lean outside here. And Karsh, she actually needs to reveal herself, but it will be Olga just taking all the fights. It's an absolute bloodbath outside, and it's all blue on orange. Only one player falling for FURIA, building the economy and making a statement here on this CT side of Nuke.
Yeah, it just felt like they read them perfectly. The 3-player lean outside, as you indicated, just in the right positions. And the T's, no response, no utility either. They're sort of taking a slow approach there, just clearing the angles. And, well, it's going to be to their detriment as they get mowed down there one by one. I'm going to see them now on these Tech 9s. So it's just going to be this half by here. And once again, it seems like FURIA have the right idea. Mary boosted up here is in the right position, but it's going to be Car that's tested first. She does get traded out for that MP9. It activates and finds 2. It's now just Insane and Caddy left. Bit of armor here on Insane. Rap has been taking control over. You can see there's 2 CTs still on A and 1 has rotated down to B. These Ts can group up. Maybe pick up some of these guns. There's a chances around in here. There's armor on both players. Let's see where they opt to go.
A minute on the clock as well. A lot of time for QSE to work with. Can really get into the heads of the FURIA defense, make them doubt. There's internal timers kicking in for all of these players right now. And for QSE, they begin the long walk all the way over towards main. And they've got a really good chance here to maybe catch Gabby in the back. It looks like she's just tucked in towards CT Vent. And oh, would you look at this, Lucy? A crossfire already being established. She's in the perfect position just to completely catch out QSE. And whilst that's an incredible shot, Gabby can then strike from the shadows. 12-7. And it just feels like wherever QSE go, FURIA just have a reaction and a protocol to shut them down.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setup there from FURIA, just playing it perfectly. You know, the B side, they're happy to play retake on, so they just have 1 player sitting close there, but the 2 on A side just sit in the perfect position, right? They can't come through single door, they can't come through main, and if they come out through hut or through heaven, then, you know, you've got a player watching that as well with the trade potential. So playing the numbers perfectly there. Money, it was just a half by last round, so QSE, they do bring the full rifles into here. Going to see that CT AWP coming out as well on Car. She's currently moving around, going up into heaven here at the moment. So potentially in the right position here. Anna looking like she's priming to go into the B side here. It's going to be ESL going for the first contact, but Insane finds her. Car with a beautiful flick, so fast. Finds one and the second. She's so quick, just flicking onto them. And now with Anna, she does find a trade kill, but the site is just her and her one teammate does find 1, and now Lee left all alone in the 1v2, traded out. But wow, can we talk about those AWP flicks?
Yeah, just really well played from Car. She's in the perfect position, and yeah, the first one was a wrist breaker, and the second one was absolutely incredible. Look at this. As quick as you like, just eliminating the threats over towards the A bomb site. Dynamic AWP by nature. She's proven it here by rotating time and time again. Always in the perfect position for FURIA. QSE sent scrabbling with the buy, just electing to partially invest down to around about $2,000 a piece. And Olga, she's now leaning all the way over outside. Mary's dropping defensive utility. But QSE, they're allowed to go down secret, but it might not be a question of how much space they can get, but it's how long FURIA will let them be in this bomb site for.
It's going to be Mary that's here and is contested, so she's traded out after just getting 1. We saw Car on ramp find the lurk as well. So it's going to be a 5-on-3. This bomb might get a chance to go down. You can see some utility coming out, so it's going to keep these CTs out. So at the very least, they've gotten their objective of a bomb plant here. Going to keep the economy in a pretty good place. You see Babs, she's sitting in the smoke here, hoping to maybe catch out a player that pushes through. But Olga, she's playing this safe. Waiting for it to fade. Surely where just a stray bullet is all that it would take to take down Babs. And in fact, it's going to be Gabby that finds Insane after the even trades of Babs. She's able to find the head of Olga immediately, and the whiff, it comes through, and that's a second for Babs. Basically, no HP and finds 2, and then Caddy finds another out of nowhere. QSE, they steal the round away.
Yeah, and that's really important. You see just the difference from Dust 2 is they were all tucked in. They were not willing to give FURIA anything to work with. And Babs, just at the perfect opportunity, just swings on 10 HP and she just gets 2 Tech 9 quick kills. AWP can be retained as well, and QSE learning potentially from their mistakes they made on Dust 2. And they're definitely not out of this series just yet. FURIA, though, with this Mag 7, oh, this is potentially incredibly dangerous. But Olga, she could be the first point of contention because once again, it's a really heavy outside presence for QSE.
I love the Mag 7 purchase. I wonder if the FURIA girls and boys share strap books together because, you know, I think we've seen a bit of the patented FURIA aggression coming out from the female squad today. Now we get to see a shotgun purchase up, although not uncommon on Nuke, but we do know that Art does love his shotguns. Regardless, not going to be tested at the moment as it looks like ramp is where these keys are currently interested in, although it is going to be Caddy finding Olga outside. That's the opening for QSE. Going to be moving back towards lobby here, and oh, we might get a chance to see this Mag 7.
Go on, walk into the Mag 7.
We're all wanting it. Come on, walk into the Mag 7. No, looks like they're actually going to go to ramp.
Yeah, they are, and Rizza, she was there just to catch out one, but in fact, Gabby, she's just going to spray them all down. A lovely couple of kills. She sprayed ahead of the Molotov. It's a third for Gabby, and it's absolutely perfect. This looked so undoable. And she's just really just cementing her place in. But Lee, she'll come up trumps. Finally, QSE get consecutive rounds on the board on this T side. And yes, it was incredibly scrappy, but they got it over the line.
Oh, I believe so much that Gabby had that. She had the perfect, like she got the hard kills, right? It was a 1v4 that spray down on 2, finds them perfectly and then positions well for that last kill, but the wide swing, she's not able to convert the spray and the 1v4 is denied. And that's going to reset the economy here of FURIA. QSE with a chance to build their way back into this game now. They've got a bit of money in the bank to work with as well. So if they can keep this one clean, might be looking pretty decent here on the T side.
Yeah, really good showing for QSE so far. And got to bear in mind, this is FURIA's map pick. So QSE clearly competent over towards Nuke and playing so disciplined. They're so aware of the tricks that FURIA could throw at them. And I really like this approach from QSE. They're just not letting anything slip. The fawn in their side could be Carl. Look at how aggressive she's just pushed up outside, but she's been spotted on silo, and then Catty will silence her. So that's the aggression that QSE were holding for. They get the women advantage, and now it's all on to FURIA to maybe pick up the pieces, but just operating with a couple of deagles. We have seen some heroics before, but this would need to be astronomical.
Yeah, they do have the crossfire set up here. The Deagle on is that we have seen it do magic before, and it's actually going to be Olga with the USP finding the first and the second. They're just not able to trade her out in that headshot position, and she finds 2 of her own. So that's going to be the player advantage now in the favor of FURIA. Gabby, she's in the right position here with her own pistol. She manages to tag that one. Olga, in fact, getting the kill with the Molotov. There are 2 rifles on the last 2 players. They might slow down a little bit here as that bomb plant is going to get a chance to come in. There's no kit and no armor, so it looked chaotic for a moment, but it gets a bit difficult for FURIA. We're either going to be wrapping to heaven here, maybe giving it a bit of a look in. But Caddy, she's in the right position if they do decide to come out. Holding the angle, finds the first. The second, she sees her swing across the screen. It's just Izza alone. She's got full HP, but no armor, no kit, no time. Just going to be looking to maybe get an exit kill, but wants to keep that rifle in her hands. They're going to back off. FURIA make that pretty expensive in the end, but it does end up being double digits now for QSE.
Yeah, and the question there is, with FURIA with 2 AKs, are they going to save or are they just going to go for it? And I tell you what, it's a cost-benefit analysis. And given the damage that they did with just the USPs and the confidence that they've been gaining all throughout this series, it makes sense just to even give it a look in. With the timer not much ticked on the bomb, there was definitely an opportunity there. But instead, 1 AK gets out. That's not too bad at all things considered. They really only just invested with pistols, but QSE, they hit double digits, and once again, they pump the brakes, dropping the utility outside, and there's no presence to back it up.
Yeah, they actually managed to get out a pretty decent buy here in FURIA. Rifles across the board, and they had pretty much full utility, only 1 or 2 players not with the full kit. So they've got all of the pieces to work with here. Car, she's in a good position here. It's actually Olga that goes down again, giving up that first kill towards Garage, and then Caddy also finding Car. So Izza, she's forced to respond with a bit of aggression towards lobby. This is a common response we see when CTs lose a bit of map control. But Gabby, she hears them coming through main. She manages to get the first and the second, in fact. Bit of team damage there on Insane, setting her up for that. But now it's just Izza left all alone. That bomb being planted. They're not aware of her position. She finds the kill. It's now 1-on-2. One of these players is low, and the other has the AWP. There's a chance that maybe she can make something happen. And with Babs dropping down in front of her, almost gifting her the kill, she does find it in the end, and she manages to transfer over to find Catty. An incredible round, a 3K and 14 on the board for FURIA.
That's so heartbreaking for QSE. Yes, the bomb gets denied in that 1 versus 3, but you don't need to go hunting, especially for the AWP just jumping over the line. And Izza, she gets it done for her team. We've said she's been the most impactful player in this league so far. Cheeky run boost coming out for Kara as well, seeing if she can find a slight advantage, just peering over. Don't want to extend too much if you're QSE, but Izza proving and just really living up to her rating.
1v3, you absolutely love to see it. Izza has just been on another level this series and this entire event, really. So FURIA not going to be slowing down here on Nuke. The money not in a great place for QSE either. And if they lose this force, then they're going to be up against map point, and they have to go into the force again, which probably won't be any better unless they can get that bomb down. So it's a big round for the T's. You can see they're playing it very slow, very wary of giving up any early advantage.
Oh, the Molotov and the spam combination does a lot of damage over towards Lee as well. And you're right, QSE, they're just grouping up towards lobby. Have been able to get the bomb down on numerous occasions towards this A bomb site, but there's simply too many players here. And Izza completely blind, combining with Olga just spamming through. 5 versus 3 now for QSE. Yes, they've made it all the way down the bomb. It can be planted. But that's just a dim light in the tunnel right now. Because Insane, she's just left all alone. We'll manage to get an AK, but that's going to be it. And Mari with this defuse, FURIA, they're on series point.
Well, you get the bomb plant down at least, so, you know, you can see that money here. Insane's going to be in a position where she can actually drop an AK across, so they'll be able to get out rifles across most of the members, maybe a Galil or a Deagle. We'll see what the opt for. Yeah, it's going to be a couple of Galils to go alongside those AKs. This is the round, though. They've got to get 5 in a row if they wanted to take it any further. See how they're going to respond here. FURIA playing this again with a bit of aggression towards outside. Olga, she's in the right position, gets a great spray, not able to find a kill, but doing a lot of damage. Just 3 players there as they line up. Babs has got an eye on her, locking her down towards Red Box. Not going to be able to get out of there without a fight, and fight she does. She wins the duel, taking down Babs. It's going to be the player advantage now towards FURIA. The health also still not looking good for QSE, thanks to the efforts of Olga earlier. But Lee, she's going to find one. Trade out immediately, though. Mary does get a dig from her troubles. Car posted out outside, does spot them, but isn't able to find the kill. But Izza, she does. And now it's just Insane left alone. And it would have to be an Insane play. Finds the first, but 7 HP. Knows where the AWP is. She's got a minute to do it, and Car is not going to let her do it. It's going to be FURIA taking the series 2-0.
Look how calm and collected they are. Another day literally in the office for these FURIA players, extending their flawless streak here at ESL Impact League. And QSE, yes, they put up a bit of a fight over towards Nuke, but ultimately FURIA were just too much. They completely